looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Open runway ahead. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
On the option. Quick toss. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He wants to throw. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On the ground, it's Hinton. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. Finds a crease at the 20. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. North Texas doing business from the red zone. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. On to attempt the try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football.
He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Back to the ground game on the left. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. The give to the tailback. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They ran it on first down, now on 2nd. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Missouri wants to go fast. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in school, David, if I were allowed to put ahead push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 7 over Washington. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Now, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets to 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. The 10. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Missouri gets to the line quickly. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going on, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They'll try to slam it in. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now, because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. He's going to pass. Got his man on the outside. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. North Texas in the hurry-up. Dialing up the second down pass play. He's right on target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Going up top on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Missouri wants to go fast. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch at the 10. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before. This thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Washington State is running away with things, and I'm not sure anyone inside that program saw this coming today. They're up 14 over Washington. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. This guy can throw it. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Timeout, North Texas.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. North Texas will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Missouri.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Crosses the 30. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Yates. They're bringing heat. He's going to take off. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He wants to throw here on second down. Wide open downfield. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Looking for a crease to the left. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They run the reverse. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
On the option. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. First down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
Trying to get the corner. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll...
Carries the ball.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Estrada. He's got his man. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On second down, wants to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from...
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll try to get it through the air. Unleashes one deep. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here.
Get set, get set. Griffin.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass picked off. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense.
And they'll take over.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Missouri 21, North Texas 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He's got an open man. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Keeps looking downfield. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The back goes in motion. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Akron is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Charlie Fry, this offense is not capable of scoring points every single time it sees the ball. They're up by 12 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback will audible. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Trying to find his man on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. He's looking for a man on second down. On target. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. North Texas in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know,
A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Complete downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll just keep slinging it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Cut, cut, cut. Lasso.
He's looking to throw. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
The give and tick, 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 tick. He's loose at the 15. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You know you have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the 1st down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.